Good evening, and thank you for tuning into SVTV on Thursday, April 24th. I'm Nathan Tennant.
And I'm Emily Gatewood. Tonight we have many great stories for you about the 2008 SHS prom and our new security system that was recently installed, and the dangers of prescription pills.
First off, let's go to Jordan and Trevor to see what they found out about our new security system.
Seaman High has had visions of renovations such as the new addition to the school. One of the most important additions that the students don't see is the new security system. With a new security system of 36 new cameras that monitor the hallways, common areas, and the parking lots outside, it should be a much safer atmosphere for the students. We went to School Resource Officer Randy Diedrich and asked him a few questions about the new cameras.
Well, unfortunately, things happen in schools and about anywhere, so they always use them as a deterrent, and then again, you can go back and review and help solve some of our problems.
Next, we asked a couple of students if they think the new security system will help deter crimes.
Probably not, because I don't know if it's true or not, but I don't think they record constantly. They just keep them in case something really bad happens.
I believe that, when I wouldn't go around beating people up, without regard to the cameras.
I do actually. I think that we will catch the bad guys and we will give them discipline, what they deserve.
All in all, Seaman is now safer with the new cameras. Signing off for SVTV, this has been Jordan Garrett and Trevor Tomanek.
That's so awesome. We better all make sure we're good, because you never know when you're being watched.
Next, we are going to show our story that shows the dangers of prescription pills. We got a great interview from Clay Walters from the Prevention and Recovery Service.
Have you checked your medicine cabinet lately? It's usually full of medicine that makes you feel better. So how are people today abusing that?
People can get high off weed and cocaine and many other drugs, but now people are using antibiotics. They think it's not dangerous. The doctors give it to you. How could it make you sick? Little do they know mixing different antibiotics or taking more than the dose prescribed can really be lethal. We asked Clay Walters, who works with Prevention and Recovery Services, his thoughts on prescription drugs.
Well, first of all, there are health risks to taking prescription medication that is prescribed to you. There's always risk. And the thing that kind of allays that risk, so to speak, is when I'm taking something that's prescribed to me for a specific reason, then it has what's called clinical efficacy, which is something that it helps. Obviously, one of the health risks for the prescription medication that people are using to get high off of is, because it's pharmaceutical medication, that the risk for addiction and with those is actually higher and can develop faster because the medication's pharmaceutical, so it's got a high level of purity.
Prescriptions are easier to get than many people think. Many students can just reach into their parents' cabinet and it's like a pharmacy.
Young people today are extremely knowledgeable about what medication does what and what it looks like and how to get it and what you have to say and things like that.
Examples of drugs many students look for would be OxyContin and Vicodin, which are painkillers. Xanax and Valium, both are anxiety medicines. Ritalin and Adderall are both stimulants. Also, taking any antidepressants, cough syrups, sleep aids, and drinking alcohol while taking these drugs can create extreme situations that will leave you in the hospital or worse, dead. Like all drugs, prescriptions are dangerous, and you should be aware of what you leave laying around. This doesn't mean never let your child take prescriptions because they were made for a good reason. Just watch him or her and be aware of their actions.
I'm sleeping at inappropriate times, I'm waking at inappropriate times, grades falling, change of peer group, change of attitude, mood swings, no longer interested in activities I used to be, like at school, pills missing from our medicine cabinet.
Be aware of their actions and keep your powerful drugs locked up or hidden.
Signing off for SVTV, I'm Nathan.
And I'm Emily. Isn't it amazing the things you never knew? I hope your parents become more aware and help protect their children from certain prescriptions.
Now Laramie and Andrea are going to inform everybody about the upcoming 2008 prom at the Capitol Plaza.
When May rolls around, everyone knows it's prom time, but preparation for prom starts way before the month of May. Prom can be very expensive and even keep some students from attending prom. We talked to Seaman student Trevor Tomanik about this dilemma.
It was a little too expensive for my taste. I can't really afford the $160 for a tuxedo rental. Can't really afford to get the limousine. I don't really have any money, don't have a job, so it's kind of tough.
While it may be keeping some students from attending, the majority of the students do take the expense of the dresses, tuxedos, limousine, corsages, boutonnieres, dinner, prom tickets, and afterglow tickets. We talked to Seaman students Emily Gatewood and Jordan Garrett about what they're most looking forward to and steps to take to attend this event.
I'm most looking forward to getting ready and going with my date. It's going to be really fun. I'm excited to party and dance and stuff.
You know, just hanging out with the fellow peeps, just dancing the night away, I guess.
Well, as you can see, prom is a great way to cap off the school year. Signing off for SVTV, I'm Laramie. And I'm Andrea.
I don't know about you, Nathan, but I cannot wait till prom. It's going to be so much fun going out to eat and getting all ready.
Yeah, that's for sure. I'm excited for after prom. That's always fun. Next, Hayden and Mike are bringing us a story about the rising gas prices.
I'm excited to hear about this because gas has gone up so much, even in the last couple of weeks. Roll the tapes.
Many students love to drive their cars to school and on weekends. They drive to friends' houses and to activities. With gas prices currently at $3.50 a gallon and rising, many students cannot afford to drive. Kevin Hoffsman, an economic teacher, explains why gas prices are climbing to an ultimate high.
Well, gas prices are affected by a few contributing factors. Okay? Obviously, there's the production possibilities that oil companies can in creating the oil. Then the big element that contributes to a lot of the prices is the ability to refine the oil into gasoline. And when you have a limited number of refineries, or if in some cases recently something has happened to slow that production down, say a flood or an explosion or some other kind of element that creates the refinery not to be able to produce the gasoline, that creates a shortage. And anytime you have a shortage, the demand exceeds the supply of it, okay, then the prices goes up.
OPEC, Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, also plays a big part in the rising prices.
Another factor that gets involved in it is OPEC. The oil producing exporting countries decide to cut production and raise prices. That contributes to it as well.
Finally, another contributing factor to the rising gas prices is the industrialization of many countries.
Then another aspect is that you have more countries that are emerging industrially, and that creates a larger demand. So in the last, I don't know, decade or so, there have been more countries, for example China, that have increased their need for oil. And they, being the largest populous country in the world, that has an effect on prices.
With gas prices soaring through the roof, Cameron Hall, a senior student, explained how he is handling the situation.
They're affecting me a little bit, but I do have a job, and so I do pay for my own. And I do have a little bit left over I save up, so paying for my gas isn't so bad. I guess it's just a responsibility thing that most people have to take on sometime.
There's only so much resource available to meet the needs of the people in the world. And when you have a resource that is scarce and it becomes more scarce, the prices are going to go up.
Because of all these factors, gas prices will continue to rise. Students will have to make the decision on whether or not they want to spend their valuable money on gasoline. Signing off for SVTV, this has been Mike Etter
and Hayden Ford.
I hope the prices go down so I can save my money. But that's all for SVTV tonight. I hope you enjoyed our show.
Be sure to tune in for our next episode, which will air on Thursday, May 8th, which is actually going to be the last show. So make sure you watch it.
Have a great weekend, and thanks again for tuning in. See you soon. Signing off for SVTV.
He's Nathan.
And she's Emily.
Go Vikes!